All right, boys and germs. I'm here with Saoirse, one of my clients who's just completed. You've completed a while ago. You done 16 weeks with me in my program, didn't you? Was it
Yes,
16?
I did. 16 glorious weeks.
Giddy up, giddy up. And I'm basically going to do a quick, little bit of a review of kind of how we worked together. And I think our journey was a little bit different from the health and fitness elements, but it still was. But we'll dig into that now today. But first of all, Saoirse, what was it that got you on this program? First of all,
So I signed up because I gained a bit of weight over COVID, like everyone else. I was like, "Right, I've got 5 kilos to lose. I want to lose some weight. I want to get back into the gym." That was like the biggest reason. And then I also kind of wanted to learn a bit of discipline on myself because I felt like I was just going through life like, yeah, whatever. And yeah, I'll eat what I want and I'll drink what I want. And I just needed a bit of discipline as well. So that was the biggest thing. That's the exact reason I got in was, yeah, to look better.
giddy up. And going through the program, what did you get?
Oh my God. Changed my life, like literally changed my life. So I feel like on our first meeting, you picked me straight away and you were like, this is not, you were not here for to get to look better. You're not here to lose weight. You're here because you need a purpose in life and you need a career change and you need something to pour your passion into. Um and I was like, oh yeah, that's exactly what it is. I needed confidence. I needed a lot of like mindset changes, I think. And that's then where everything changed for me. We started to work on inner me because I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't counting my calories and I didn't stop going out partying. So you were absolutely right. You picked it straight away. It was like, that's not important to you.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. And I think that the something that was seemed to work quite well was just writing stuff down. Doing kind of goal setting and working on that over time. Kind of we narrowed down what it was that you needed to be at.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was like, thinking about things like you would say something to me on a Monday and I wouldn't even it wouldn't register on Monday, but then throughout the week I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, okay, let's think about this for a while. And I just felt like then I got the tools to look inward and figure out what it was I wanted. Um and I think confidence was a big thing. Like I feel like I genuinely like I'm in a job now that is like the job of my dreams, and I genuinely don't believe I would have that job if it wasn't for you, because I remember going to the interview and then I don't think I said something in the interview and then we had a talk about like what I'd said in the interview and you were like, what the fuck did you say that for? Why would you say that? And you're like, you're self-sabotaging yourself because you don't, like there's something holding you back from your success. And it was even like things like that I was like, oh my God, I'm holding myself back. And whenever you gave me the tools and we would talk through it, like all of these barriers came down in life so then like I pushed myself forward and now I'm in this like amazing place because of like the whole like mindset change and mental change that I went through in this.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that, and that's a very common one I run up against with a lot of clients, regardless of where they are or what they're trying to do. There's a ceiling people hit when it comes to either selling themselves, or, putting themselves forward, and almost imposter syndrome. And that's what you were running into, that
Yeah.
imposter syndrome that you didn't think you were good enough for the role. You wanted it, but there was something there that said, "Oh, but maybe there's someone better." So you would in an interview, "Yeah, I'm good, but maybe I'm not good enough."
Yeah.
Whereas, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
you know yeah, and like you're not going to get better at the role until you're in the role, and once you're in the role you develop and you become smarter, and then you become more competent. Now that you're in the role that you've got, how good are you at it?
I'm definitely still struggling with a lot of confidence issues in myself and in my role, but I am like trying to remember things that you say to me all the time, and like, and I'm very, very lucky that my boss and my team are the most supportive, amazing people ever. And my boss like will regularly say to me, "Stop being so hard on yourself. Like you, I picked you for this role for a reason. You're good at your job. You just need to find your feet. Like chill out a bit." So like I feel like my confidence still isn't there, but from what I've taken from like the program with you is that just because my skills are different to the person next to me's skills doesn't mean that my skills aren't as good. You know,
Yeah,
I'm in this job, I'm here for a reason, I'm good at what I do, they're good at what they do in a different way, and I've got my skills.
absolutely.
That makes sense. So yeah, and it's a confidence thing, and like the confidence thing is huge. But again, like I wouldn't have got that as well if I didn't go off the drink. That was the biggest thing for me. Like going off alcohol for 100 days was the biggest confidence boost ever, because I took away the mask of hiding behind this party girl image and this fun timer, and um yeah, being okay with myself sober and realizing that people like me when I'm sober. And I do remember you saying, do you remember that time whenever like I had to go to, I think I was going to Sydney or Adelaide for work, and I was like, oh, but like, I'm gonna have to, I don't like, I'm sober and they're gonna want me to drink, and like I'm gonna be like a shit person because I'm not drinking. And you were like, were you drunk when you did the interview? Like, what do they know you when you're drunk? I'm like, no. So they still hired you when you were sober? Yeah. And so they still liked you when you were sober? Yeah. So then why would you think that they want you to drink? Like these weird things that come up, um, that you were able to talk me through.
Yeah, yeah, that was good actually. Yeah, and yeah, because I think you told yourself the story that
Yeah.
this is the person who I am, and if I'm going to go out and socialize, that's who I have to become because that's how people like me. But they
Mhm.
had never met drunk Saoirse, so that story was something you had told yourself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just for the sake of this video as well, like I'm going to tell people, I did not prompt Saoirse to go on the 100 day sober.
Mhm.
That was something I seen you put up on Instagram yourself
Mhm.
uh, after the fact. It was like, so you were in my program. We spoke about these things, but that was your own decision, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like I think everyone did think it was you, and in particular your sister. Why did you take my party friend away from me? It's all your fault. Um, but no, it was just like I felt like every week we would talk about something and we were making these breakthroughs in my life. And then every week I would get drunk, and then I would feel sad, and then I would feel like go through all those like unworthiness feelings and those anxiety feelings, and we were right back to square one every single week. And I was like, not like, I'm not going through this. And I felt like I've got this opportunity to work with somebody who's actually going to change things for me, and alcohol is holding me back 100%. That's what it is. So I just woke up one morning and was like, no, I'm done. I'm done for 100 days, and I'm going to start changing things in my life.
Yeah,
And like anyone else out there who is like in your program or not in your program, hands down it will be the best thing that you've ever done, ever. Like for so many different reasons, like that was definitely the best
absolutely.
thing, for
Yeah,
sure.
well done.
Thank you. I
Very
mean, I
good.
didn't make it to 100 days. I feel like I should put that in there. Like I made it to about 80 or something.
Yeah,
But and even things like that, like I can't recommend your program enough, because you call out the bullshit every time, every week. Like if you're sitting in front of you and you're saying something, you're just seeing right through me, and you're like, stop lying to yourself, stop lying to me. Let's get honest about this. And like whenever I had those 80 days. I think it was like day 80 or something. And I was like, yeah, like I'm still on the 100 days, la la la. And you were like, Saoirse, let's call a spade here. You're not on the 100 days because you broke it last week. You're planning to break it again. You can't say that you're still doing this. And that's something I wouldn't have seen. And you were like, you're not doing it anymore.
You finished. It was a 68 day trophy challenge, not a 100 day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
those are the things that you need somebody to call you out on.
yeah, just keep your ducks in a row.
Yeah, keep moving.
Fantastic, fantastic. So the last question, and you kind of answered it there, but if there was someone sitting on the fence and thinking about joining this program, what would you say to them?
I would say just have the first conversation with you, like just have the initial consultation, because within 15 minutes of talking to you, I was like, this is my guy. Like, I felt like you get me. I was like, you get my life, you get my situation, you get where I am. Um, and I just felt like then we had a connection, and I was like, right, this is 100% for me. And you could have charged 3 times the price and it wouldn't have mattered, because I was like,
I'm going to note that down.
yeah. But yeah, I would honestly say just have a conversation with you, and see if you are for them. But you are all about mindset change. You're not this person who's going to give you a meal plan and give you a strength plan and say, right, week to week, this is what we do. Like, you take it back, you get into your head, my head, and you change things so that long term things are going to change for the better. So yeah, I would just, like, I can't, like, I'm your biggest fan. I cannot tell you how much you have changed my whole life. Like, everyone needs a Damien in their life, 100%. Just have the conversation with Damien.
Perfect. What a legend. What a legend. My tires have been pumped. Well, listen, thank you, Saoirse. And if anyone is keen on finding out more, just like Saoirse said there, let's get on a call. Let's have a conversation. That initial consultation is absolutely free. And I'd rather get on a call with you for you to figure out if one, me and you can work together, but two, to see if this program could actually work. And if not, that's absolutely okay. But I'm here if you want to have a crack or you want to have a conversation. It's that simple.
Do it. Do it.
Giddy up, lovers.